Just upset, losing a grandson. He's only 3 years old. He didn't have a life.
An Angelina County woman accused of helping kill her nephew was in court today, but she won't face a death penalty. We explain why. And the trial of an East Texas man accused of robbing a Nacogdoches credit union last year began today. Our Caroline Manning will have a live report from the Nacogdoches County Courthouse.
And the clouds that roll back into East Texas today could produce a few strong thunderstorms as we head into our midweek. I'll have the details coming up in your Storm Tracker forecast.
She is so poor, she can't buy a free candy bar.
And an East Texas hospital cracked some jokes today, all in the name of health. Your East Texas News at 6 begins right now.
Caring, committed, proud of East Texas. You're watching KTRE 9 News.
Good evening to you, East Texas, and thank you for joining us on this Tuesday night. Our top story, the aunt accused of helping kill her nephew Mason Cutler was in court today. Billie Jean Cutler found out today she will not face the death penalty. Our Alexis Frazier was in the courtroom today and tells us why her family says she's innocent. It was also announced that a doctor at the Angelina County Jail would evaluate the sanity and competency of Cutler. If found guilty, she faces life in prison without parole. And it was day one for a trial for an East Texas man who allegedly robbed a Nacogdoches credit union last May. Authorities say Brian Hawkins held tellers at the Doches Credit Union at gunpoint and then went on a shopping spree. Hawkins spent over $10,000 at several Lufkin businesses with the stolen money before evidence tipped off Nacogdoches PD. Our Caroline Manning has been following this trial for us today. She joins us live now. Now, Caroline, who took the stand today? Well, thank you, Caroline. Now, Caroline has been following all of this on day one of the trial. For more details on what happened in court today, visit KTRE.com or our KTRE 9 mobile app. And a Shelby County grand jury has issued a murder indictment in connection to the shooting death of a man in January. The grand jury has charged Jennifer Johnson with first-degree charges of murder and aggravated assault. The indictment states Johnson pulled out a pistol and shot Joshua Kellum. The alleged crime took place here on FM 417 in Shelby County. Johnson is also accused of using the gun and a wrench to injure Marcus Evans. She has not been arrested on the charge. And a 58-year-old Grapeland woman suffered head injuries following a rollover crash this afternoon. It happened here when Cindy Garner was driving on State Highway 103 west of Lufkin. Her car left the road to the right, hit a culvert, and rolled over several times. Witnesses say they quickly pulled over and called for help.
I was scared to get out of my car because I didn't know what I was going to walk up on, but I knew I had to do what I had to do.
Tonight we found out Garner is a former Houston County DA. Troopers say she suffered head injuries but seems to be in stable condition. And the clouds today didn't bring any rain for East Texas, but that all could change soon. Let's bring in Brad to tell us more. Now, Brad, when can we expect to see the storms roll in around here? And a familiar face is returning to Houston County. Former Houston County Precinct 1 Commissioner Roger Dickey has been named the new Emergency Management Coordinator and Fire Marshal for the county. Dickey is replacing David Lamb at the two positions after Lamb retired in February. Dickey resigned as commissioner 2 weeks ago to apply for the job. And each year, the State Highway Department announces the selected unsafe bridges the agency will replace under the Federal Bridge Replacement Program. Today, TxDOT District Bridge Engineer Nancy Smith presented to Nacogdoches County Commissioners favorable inspection reports for bridges on county roads.
Y'all don't have anything that is eligible for the Federal Bridge Replacement Program because y'all are taking good care of what you've got. So that's a good thing.
Smith added that some East Texas bridges will get replacements. Those include bridges in Shelby, St. Augustine, and Sabine counties. Currently, a different funding program is paying for the replacement of two bridges on Highway 95 in Nacogdoches County. And social workers take pride in helping other people, remaining inclusive and avoiding judgment. It can also be a thankless job, so a professional organization steps in today in Nacogdoches. The Deep East Texas branch of the National Association of Social Workers selected 4 honorees. Organizers say collectively all 4 individuals share many of the same qualities.
think it's a good idea to get social workers embedded in the community. They have a lot to offer in terms of social justice, services to the poor, services to the needy, services to people who need counseling.
Compassion, perseverance, a willingness to serve.
Now we have the list of winners at KTRE.com. Each one of the district winners will have their names and achievements nominated for a state award. And not every workplace is lucky enough to have someone work in the same office for over 40 years. The Nacogdoches County Courthouse, specifically the County Attorney's Office, has the privilege of working with Billy Tillis. The secretary retires on Thursday. Tonight, Donna McCollum tells us Tillis is much more than her title.
Billy Tillis will retire 6 weeks shy of 42 years as secretary for the Nacogdoches County Attorney's Office. She's now the longest tenured employee of Nacogdoches County.
Almost all of us know that the gateway to the courthouse goes through Billy Tillis. I mean, that's kind of the reality of it.
Almost literally, Tillis's office sits between two doors. People pass through the space all day. She likes it that way.
But I think what I regret most is all of our doors now are closed. We used to have them when they were open and you could hear the typewriters going and people laughing and talking. It felt a little more like family.
Tillis has served 3 county attorneys. The first, Brian Holt Davis, gave her freedom to quickly become the go-to person. There's no question, Tillis runs a tight ship.
The work, I love being busy.
There's also a nurturing side.
She is a friend, she's been a mother, she's been a trusted confidant.
Tillis also has a commitment to the general public. Her roots go back to the hot check division. Merchants, you should be saying thank you.
We are talking about hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars that have been returned to victims of a theft.
At the same time, Tillis has empathy for many offenders, but double checks the criminal history of each defendant prior to a court date.
So even though this is misdemeanor court, she still has been very instrumental in helping catch felons.
A proclamation formally recognizes Tillis's work ethic. She says she'll be working right up to 5 o'clock Thursday. Most guests she'll be staying later than that. Donna McCollum, KTRE, East Texas News 9.
Billy Tillis will be honored with a retirement reception on Friday from 2 to 4 at the County Attorney's Office. Tillis expects retirement won't be easy, but plans to stay busy by volunteering with her church. And an East Texas child's curiosity got the better of him and he ended up at the police station. Officers welcomed the 5-year-old, but it turns out his link to the department goes way back, at least for him. But first, they say that laughter is the best medicine, and one area hospital is putting that saying to the test. That story coming up on the other side of the break.
Weather conditions as we head into the weekend, we're clearing out the skies, lowering the humidity, and dropping the temperatures as well. So we got to experience some of that yesterday, and we'll get more of that great weather coming in here by the weekend.
We just have to deal with 3 days of rain. That's okay.
That's not bad.
All right, thanks, Brad. Now, CHI St. Luke's in Livingston was serving up laughter as medicine today. Our Caleb Beams takes us to the first ever Laugh Cafe tonight. Take a look.
She is so poor, she can't buy a free candy bar.
Laughter was the medicine of choice this morning at CHI Livingston.
It's just a chance to start the day off on a positive note with some friends and have a cup of coffee and pass a little time and pick up a little humor.
We have a lot of people there with many, many problems, and we just need to keep our senses of humor.
The first Laugh Cafe event hosted by the hospital was led by Surgeon Frank Walker. Since a young age, he has become a pro at laughter.
If they've made fun of me, I've had to either laugh with them or laugh against them. So I found out very early on, if I could get people laughing, I was on top of everything.
Even if his own jokes don't get a huge laugh.
The bartender looks at him and says, "What it'll be, an olive or a twist?"
Laughter is something physicians are jumping on, stating laughter can make a person breathe in more oxygen, causing increased brain activity and a healthier immune system. And like anything else, laughing takes time to develop.
It's a belly-rolling laughter that really gets you going, so practice it out loud. Don't be shy.
But having a good joke to laugh at also doesn't hurt.
Dwayne the tub, I'm drowning.
In Livingston, Kayla Beams, KTRE, East Texas News 9.
The hospital said this was the first but not the last Laugh Cafe. And a young East Texas boy wants to know more about what it means to be a police officer, and you got to do just that. We'll explain coming up. And welcome back. An East Texas child got the chance to see the inside of a police station, but it's not what you think. The visit came after the 5-year-old noticed his neighbor was an officer. Our Kim Loeffler has their story. And take a look. This 78-year grandmother is deadlifting 225 pounds. Shirley Webb has come a long way. 2 years ago, she could barely walk up the stairs. Now she holds the record in her age group for deadlifting in Missouri. Pretty impressive.
That is overachieving if I've ever seen it. That is incredible.
Yeah, and tomorrow, since the rain, people might want to take their workouts indoors.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we were in there today. May want to be in there tomorrow. And again, just to break down the weather impacts, chance for storms tomorrow evening, and then use caution Thursday with a few lingering showers. But again, tomorrow night will be the main event.
All right, thank you, Brad, and thank you for watching. Wheel of Fortune is up next. We'll see you back here at 10. Everyone, have a great night. Get your